So today we're going to talk about self-esteem and image insecurity whilst trying to be a YouTuber and put ourselves on camera and all of the feelings and emotions that come with that. I'm doing this off the cuff because I just wanted this to be a really raw and authentic video speaking from the heart. So number one is I've always hated my voice. I've always hated my voice. And this is a mindset that I learned. There's two parts to it. Number one is if your voice is good enough for your family life, your social life, for your best friend, for your lovers, some of you are married or have partners, it's good enough for that, right? Then it's probably good enough for YouTube. It's good enough for you to get a job. It's good enough for you to go on YouTube. Is it good enough for you to go to the grocery store and talk to people, or to go to church or to the bank or something like that? And if it's good enough for your normal daily life, it's good enough for YouTube. No one is judging you as much as you are. Everybody's too busy judging themselves just as harshly as you are judging yourselves. Think about that. Basically, everyone is going around criticizing themselves and thinking that you think that they suck, even though you've never said anything like that, right? And so understand this. This is what's called the spotlight effect. We think everyone is thinking about us just as much as we are. It's not true. Everyone is thinking about themselves, and I guarantee you, people in your life are thinking, people that pass you on the street might be insecure about what you might think of them. You never said anything to them, but it's because we're always thinking about ourselves and we assume that other people are thinking about us as well. That's not true. That's not how it works. Everyone's too busy thinking about themselves, thinking about you and judging you. So it doesn't matter. So don't worry about it. So your voice is good enough for YouTube. If your face is good enough for real life, it's good enough for YouTube. You're not trying to be a celebrity. You're just trying to follow your passion and your dreams. And you know what? Celebrity culture, it's given us unfair standards. Yes, there is such a thing as more people that are more beautiful than others. And, it is what it is. But it doesn't mean that it has to stop you from living your dream. If you're average, middle of the road, you don't look like Ryan Reynolds, I sure as heck don't, that's okay. You can still succeed on YouTube. It's just about deciding what really matters. Giving great value and content to the people that click on your videos is what matters, right? Now, if the value you're trying to give is, eye candy and entertainment content and being a very beautiful celebrity, well, then yeah, it would matter. But most of you probably aren't doing that. And so whether or not you're a 5 or a 7 out of 10 probably doesn't mean as much as you think it does. And so you shouldn't let that stop you from moving forward and recording a video and putting it out there anyways, because you only have one life. And, would you rather, waste that one life worrying and imagining what people might say about you? Or would you rather just do what the frick you want to do and enjoy it? There's lots of loving people out there who are more than happy and willing and ready to embrace you as you are. You don't need the whole world to love you. You need 1,000 true fans, and that's it. And so, yeah, your voice and your face are fine. They're good enough for real life, and they're good enough for YouTube. You can provide value socially and intellectually and relationally to other people in real life, then you can do it on YouTube. And that's something that I've really had to decide for myself that it was true. And here's the interesting thing. Stuff like this is very subjective, right? There's no real rule. You decide what's true. If you think that your face isn't good enough for YouTube, well, then you know what? That's up. The only person who can decide that is you. And so if that's what you decided, then it's true because you made it true. It's your choice, right? You choose how much you want to judge yourself and how much you want to limit your ability to live the life you want to live based on what you choose to think about yourself and what you choose to think about what you're capable of. And so I really hope that you've made the decision that, you know what, you're not going to let this hold you back. You're going to choose and decide that if your face and your voice is good enough for everyday life, for the people that you love and the people that you work with, that it's good enough for YouTube. Now that you've made that decision, the insecurity doesn't necessarily just go away. And my raw, honest advice is to just adapt to it, get used to it. It is what it is. I still technically hate my voice. I technically don't like it, but over time, I made a choice that it wasn't going to stop me, that it didn't matter, and that it wasn't relevant. And I know that technically speaking, y'all aren't judging my voice nearly as harshly as I am. No one in real life has ever told me that my voice sucks. A few people online have, but I've decided that that's irrelevant because it's my choice. And now, every time I get that emotional feeling where it's just like, oh, I can't stand, I just ignore it. I push through. And that's what I really want to give to you guys today is that, just because it feels bad doesn't mean you don't, doesn't mean you can't do it, right? You can upload a video without feeling good about it. And for some of you, that's exactly what you need to do to train your mind to overcome the fear of uploading a video with your face in it and with your voice in it. That's exactly what you should do. You should do the thing that you're afraid of, and you need to teach and reprogram your brain to understand that your life will not end if people on the internet see your real face and hear your real voice. Nothing truly bad will happen to you unless you do something awful and stupid on camera, but that's a different thing. And so, do it. Do it. And if it feels bad, do it anyway, because that's a cheat code. That is truly a cheat code in life. So many people are busy trying to feel good about themselves, they fail to actually take action on the things that matter most. And they don't get to live the lives they actually wanted to live because they're not willing to be uncomfortable. If you found meaning in this, if you found it helpful, hit the link at the top of the description. Enjoy my free community for a positive environment that will uplift you and support you, give you positive feedback on your videos, and encourage you to be the person that you want to be, not the person that other people think you should be. Thank you so much for watching. You guys can check out another video on procrastination right here, and I will see you over there.